Hello students, today I will be taking session 49 from the chapter income from other sources. In the previous sessions relating to this particular chapter, theoretical concepts and few problems have been worked out, and today this session is a continuation of that particular chapter, that is income from other sources. The study material numbering 49 gives you a few illustrations on income from other sources. I have taken up one illustration in this particular video. Let's start. The illustration is of Mr. Suhas, who is a resident, and he has given you a few list of items which are supposed to take into account for computation of his income from other sources. Let's quickly start the problem. I've already mentioned it on the board. Computation of taxable income from other sources. So we shall take the items one after the other. So here the first item is interest on securities. Interest on securities is fully taxable. The amount given in the problem is 6,000. So I mentioned here interest on securities. Interest on securities is fully taxable. So 6,000 rupees is fully taxable. Then the second item is winning from horse race. As discussed in the previous problems, any winnings from the horse race is also fully taxable. So winnings from horse race, fully taxable, 12,500. Next item is income from subletting of the houses. Income from subletting of the houses is also fully taxable, but if you can come further and see here in the after ground rent, you can see expenses incurred on subletting of the houses, rupees 500. So what you are supposed to do is that whatever the income you are earning from subletting the house has to be taken, and expenses relating to the subletting of the houses should be deducted, and the result amount should be taken. So income earned in subletting house, 10,500. Expenses incurred in subletting, so you have 500. So 10,500 is actually the amount. Then you have dividends from the foreign company. So if the SSC has received any dividends from the foreign country, then it is fully taxable. Local companies, in the sense Indian companies, then it is exempted to the extent of 10 lakhs and taxable after that. So up till 10 lakhs it is exempted. So here you can see dividend is received from the foreign country, which is fully taxable. So dividend received from foreign company, so it is dividend received from 26,000. It's fully taxable. Then you have interest on postal savings bank. As I have told in the previous class, any interest if you receive from postal savings bank account, it is fully exempted. It is fully exempted under section 10 subsection 15. So here interest on postal bank account. If you have opened any of the postal bank account and if you have received any interest on that, then it is fully exempted. So exempted. So interest on postal bank account is fully exempted. Then you have ground rent for land in Bangalore. So ground rent for land in Bangalore is 5,000 rupees. That also we have to enter now. So 5,000 is fully taxable. In the previous problem also we have come across the ground rent and we have taxed it. Ground rent for land in Bangalore is fully taxable. So it's coming up to 5,000 rupees. Then you have expenses incurred in subletting of the house, which you have already treated previously. Then you have income from agricultural land in Bangladesh. If you have received any agricultural land outside, outside India, then it is taxable. So it's 20,000, which is taxable. Income from agricultural land, it is taxable. Income from agricultural land in Bangladesh, because it is outside in India, it is taxable. So 20,000 is fully taxable. So if any income, agricultural income is received from a land which is agricultural land outside India, it is taxable. Directors fees. Directors fees is amounting to 1,800. Directors fees 1,800. So that is also fully taxable. If the SSC is acting as a director in any of the companies and if he is receiving any fees from there, it is fully taxable. Next, he received a gift from his cousin, a wrist watch of rupees 5,000. So here, gift received from his cousin. So it is actually exempt because the amount does not exceed 50,000. So gift from friend is taxable. Gift from friend is taxable. But because it is not more than 50,000, it is exempted. Exempted. It is exempted. Then you have 700 rupees received by account of paid check as interest on debentures. Interest on debentures is fully taxable. So interest on debentures 700 rupees fully taxable. So the total is 82,000. Total is 82,000 and this is income from other sources. Income from other sources. So with this I conclude the problem. Income from other sources. Income from other sources.